Hey guys, in today's class we are going to start with Maths chapter 7, ratio and proportion. So you have already studied about the basic concepts of ratio and proportion in previous classes. In this chapter we shall study ratio and proportion in more detail, okay? So you know what a ratio is. A ratio of two quantities of the same kind. Remember, two quantities must be of the same kind and in the same units is a comparison. Ratio is nothing but a comparison obtained by dividing the first quantity by the other. So if A and B are two quantities of the same kind with the same units and B is not 0, remember that B should not be 0, then the quotient A by B or A ratio B is the ratio between A and B. Simple. Now you know what a ratio is. Okay. Ratio A by B has no unit. No ratio. No ratio in the whole world has got any unit. We have studied about some ratios in physics like mechanical advantage, like refractive index. You know, these ratios are simple numbers. They do not have any units, and it can be written as A is to B, which is read as A is to B or A ratio B. Okay, the quantities A and B are called terms of the ratio. Terms of the ratio. The first quantity A is called the first term or the antecedent, and the second quantity B is called second term or consequent. Antecedent and consequent of the ratio A is to B are A and B. The second term of a ratio can never be 0. Always remember that. That is, in the ratio A is to B, B can never be 0. In the ratio B is to A, the second term A can never be 0. So whoever is the second term, B or A, it can never be 0. If both the terms of a ratio are multiplied or divided by the same non-zero number, the ratio remains unchanged. Like, for example, if I have a ratio A is to B, and if I multiply both the quantities, both the antecedent and consequent of the ratio, first term and second term of the ratio by 2, the ratio still remains equal to the original ratio, that is A is to B. If I divide the first and second quantity, let's say I divide the first and second quantity by 2, still I will get the same ratio, A is to B. Okay. Next property of ratios. These are all the properties of ratio. A ratio must always be expressed in its lowest terms. Always remember, a ratio will always be represented in its lowest term. That is, both the terms of the ratio must be co-prime. They should not have any common factor. The ratio is in its lowest terms if the HCF of both its numerator and denominator or terms is 1 or unity. That is, the ratio 3 is to 7 is in its lowest terms because HCF of 3 and 7 is 1. But the ratio 4 is to 20 is not in its lowest term because 4 and 20 are not in lowest term. They can be simplified further. The HCF of 4 and 20 is 4 and not 1. That's why they are in that particular ratio is not in its lowest term. Ratios A is to B and B is to A cannot be equal unless A is equal to B. So A is to B and B is to A are basically reciprocal ratios of each other. But if A is equal to B, then you can write it as A is to B equals B is to A. In other words, the order of the terms in the ratio is important. Okay, now there are few solved examples which we are going to do. So there are let's say how many, 5, and then there is increase and decrease of the ratio. So let's do 5 solved example and come back to the increase and decrease wala part, which we will understand. Let's start with the solved examples. Okay, I think it is readable. Okay, question number 1. If 2x plus 3y is equal to 3x plus 5y, sorry, if 2x plus 3y is to 3x plus 5y, 2x plus 3y ratio 3x plus 5y is equal to 18 by 29, find x is to y. Okay, that's easy. So 2x plus 3y is to 3x plus 5y is equal to 18 is to 29. Now you can write it as 2x plus 3y upon 3x plus 5y is equal to 18 upon 20 now 29. Now remember what you have to find. You have to find x is to y. You don't have to find x and y separately. Okay, this is not linear equation in two variables, simultaneous linear equation. No. So for finding x and y, you simply need to do cross multiplication, simple applications. So 29 multiplied by 2x plus 3y is equal to 18 multiplied by 3x plus 5y, and solve it further. 29 twos are is 58x plus 29 threes are see 30 threes are is 90, 29 threes are will be 87y, 18 threes are 54y, 18 fives are 90y. Okay, so this will become 58x minus 54y is equal to 90y minus 87y. Okay, so this will be 4x is equal to 3y. So x upon y is equal to 3 upon 4, or x is to y is equal to 3 is to 4. This is how you find x is to y. Pretty simple, right? Okay. Now the next question, see, it is little different. They have given you the value of x is to y. What is it? 2 is to 3. Okay, find the value of 3x plus 2y is to 2x plus 5y. Okay, great. So what you can do is, there is an easy way of simplifying this. Uh, X upon y is equal to 2 upon 3. Just first write it like this. Then find the value of x from it. See, this is the second question. Okay, so let me just make a separation. Yeah, this is the second question. We already did the first question and got the correct answer. So get the value of x in terms of y. So it will become 2y by 3. So x is 2y by 3. Now we have to find the value of 3x plus 2y upon 2x plus 5y. So what we'll do, wherever there is x, we'll put 2y by 3. So 3 into 2y by 3 plus 2y, the whole upon 2 into 2y by 3 plus 5y. Okay, so 3 will get cancelled. 2y plus 2y is 4y, and here we are going to get 4y by 3 plus 5y by 1. See, I'll just write over here 4y by 3 plus 5y by 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take LCM over here and get 4y plus 15y, 4y plus 15y, which is 19y by 3. Okay, this 3 will get multiplied with 4 in the numerator, so it will become 12y by 19y. Y will get cut and will get 12 is to 19. 12 is to 19 is the correct answer. Did you understand? Pretty simple, right? Simple algebra. Yeah, so this is the, you can say, final chapter of algebra. We have covered almost all the beginning chapters of arithmetic as well as algebra, which were important. Okay, let's go ahead. What is this question? See, we have to do 5 questions and then we'll go to the next part. If A is to B is equal to 5 is to 3, A is to B is equal to 5 is to 3. What we have to find? 5A plus 8B is to 6A minus 7B. Okay, if you want, you can pause the video and try this question yourself if you want. I think from the previous question you have got the idea that how to do this. So I recommend that when you are watching this video, any mathematics video, physics it's okay, you can take notes, chemistry you can take notes, but for mathematics video you have to solve all these examples while watching the video. That is the beginning of your practice. Okay, when you do the homework, that is, you are emphasizing the concepts in your mind. Okay, and then you do extra practice to get more confidence for the tests. So here your practice starts. Get your pens and notebooks and solve these questions with me. I'm on the second question. I'm little late. I should have told you earlier itself, but it's okay. No problem. Start from now. Pause the video and solve this question. Okay, I hope you all have tried pausing the video and doing the question. And now I want you to compare the answer with me. So the same technique I'm going to do with this question. A by B is equal to 5 by 3. So A is equal to 5B by 3. A is equal to 5B by 3. So this will become 5A plus 8B by 6A minus 7B. So 5 multiplied by 5B by 3 plus 8B, the whole upon 6 multiplied by 5B. In the place of A, I'm just putting 5B by 3 minus 7B. Minus 7B. Okay, so this will become 25B by 3 plus 8B, the whole upon 30B minus 7B. 30B by 3 minus 7B. Let's take LCM. So 25B plus 24B, the whole upon 3, and 30B minus 21B, the whole upon 3. Okay, so 3 will cut, and 25B plus 24B is 49B, and 30B minus 21B will be 9B. BB will cut, and 49 is to 9 is the value of our unknown ratio. That's the answer. Very simple. If you have got the correct answer, that means you are going on the right track. If not, please watch and learn. Let's go to the next question. You can anytime pause the video, and you can anytime, if you want, you can re-watch the question which you did not understand. Next question is in the form of word problem. What is it? Two numbers are in the ratio 3:5. If 8 is added to each number, the ratio becomes 2:3. Find the numbers. Okay. Let the two numbers be 3x and 5x respectively. See, whenever they say that two numbers are in the ratio 3:5, take them as 3x and 5x. Okay. If 8 is added to each number, the ratio becomes 2:3. So 8 is added to the first number and 8 is added to the second number, and the ratio becomes 2:3. Find the numbers. So 3x plus 8 upon 5x plus 8 is equal to 2 by 3. Cross multiplying, we get 3 bracket 3x minus 8 is equal to 2 bracket 5x plus 8. So this will become 9x minus 24 is equal to 10x plus 16. So this will become 9x minus 10x is equal to 16 plus 24, right? 16 plus 24. So this will become minus x is equal to, how am I getting a negative number? Okay, this is 3 plus 8, my mistake. So this will be 9x minus 10x, and here it will be 16x minus 24. Okay, so minus x is equal to minus 8. Therefore, x is equal to 8. Okay, so we have got x is equal to 8. Now what? Therefore, two numbers are, okay, so the two numbers are 3x, that is 3 multiplied by 8, which is 24, and the second number was 5x. So 5 multiplied by 8. You have to substitute the value of x in 5x to get the second number, first number. So the two numbers are 24 and 40. Next question. What quantities must be added to each term of the ratio 8 is to 15 so that it becomes equal to 3 is to 5? Very easy. Let x be added to 8 is to 15's each term. Okay, so it will become 8 plus x upon 15 plus x, and this becomes equal to, the new ratio becomes equal to 3 is to 5, which is 3 upon 5. So we can cross multiply 5 bracket 8 plus x is equal to 3 bracket 15 plus x, which is 40 plus 5x is equal to 45 plus 3x. So 40 minus 45 is equal to 3x minus 5x. So this will be minus 5 is equal to minus 2x. So x is equal to 5 by 2 or 2 1 by 2. X is equal to 5 by 2 or 2 1 by 2. That's the answer. Right? So if 2 1 by 2 is added to each term of the ratio 8 is to 15, it will become 3 is to 5. Simple. Next question. Second. What quantity must be subtracted from each term of the ratio A is to B so that it becomes equal to C is to D? Great. Let x be subtracted from each term of A is to B. So we get A minus x upon B minus x. And then the ratio becomes C by D. C is to D or C by D. So cross multiplying, D bracket A minus x is equal to C bracket B minus x. So AD minus dx is equal to CB minus CX. Let's take the term involving x together. So Cx minus dx is equal to Cb minus AD. So x will come out common. C minus d is equal to Cb minus AD. So x is equal to Cb minus AD, Cb minus AD upon C minus D. Cb minus AD upon C minus D. You can also write it as Bc minus AD upon C minus D, like here. Okay, but this is the quantity which must be subtracted. Okay, very simple. Let's go to the next question. The work done by x minus 3 men in 2x plus 1 days and the work done by 2x plus 1 men in x plus 4 days are in the ratio, or is in the ratio 3 is to 10. Find the value of x. Okay. So we have been given the number of men and the number of days, and then we have been given the uh, ratio of the work done, that is 3 is to 10, and we have to find the value of x. Okay, let's see. Now if your concepts from time and work is clear, then you will understand that if you know the number of men and number of days, then the quantity of work done can be found out very easily, right? See, always remember, more the number of men, more quantity of work will be done, and more number of days these men will be working, more work will be done. So number of men and number of days are both directly proportional to the work done, right? If they both are directly proportional to work done, that means if we multiply number of men and number of days, then we will get the ratio of the work done. Okay, so we can write it like this. Since number of men is directly proportional to amount of work done, and number of days is also directly proportional to the amount of work done, therefore number of men multiplied by number of days will definitely be proportional to the amount of work done. Okay, so it means that if you have the product of number of men and number of days, then the ratio you will get, the value you will give you the ratio of the work done. Okay, so we can say that x minus 3 men, okay, and x minus 3 men working in for 2x plus 1 days, okay, will do the ratio of the work, which is uh, 3 ratio. And let's say if we have 2x plus 1 men, 2x plus 1 men working for x plus 4 days, x plus 4 days, then we get the ratio of the work as 10 ratio. Okay, so in both the cases, if we multiply the number of men and number of days, we get the respective ratio of the work done. Okay, now what? I have to check this question once because I feel this 2x plus 1, I just want to check whether the question is correct. So let me just go here. 2x plus 1, yeah, 2x plus 1, correct. Okay, great. So let's see if we can find out what we can find out. So this 2x plus 1 will simply get cut, and we will get 10 bracket x minus 3 is equal to 3 bracket x plus 4. So that is 10x minus 30 is equal to 3x plus 12. Okay, so 10x minus 3x is equal to 30 plus 12. 10x minus 3x is 7x, 30 plus 12 is 42. So x is equal to 42 by 7, which is 6. Right? So the value of x is 6. Did you understand the method with which I solved? Please note down this question. Okay, so as I told you, when we'll be done with 5 questions, I will introduce you to the new topic, and that new topic is increase or decrease in ratio. See, note this down. Okay, I hope you have noted down the basic properties of ratio. So we have done some questions on basic properties of a ratio. Now this is a new topic on ratio, that is increase or decrease in a ratio. Let the price of an article increase from rupees 20 to rupees 24. See, there is an increase. We say that the price has increased in the ratio 20 is to 24. That is 5 is to 6. That is original price of the article is its increased price is 5 is to 6. So we say that the price has increased in the ratio 5 is to 6. Always remember one thing. Remember one pattern. Whenever we are finding increased ratio, okay, or increase in a ratio, remember the original or the first part of the ratio, the first component of the ratio will be smaller, and the second part of the ratio, second component of the ratio will be greater. Okay, now let article, let the price of an article, I said particle, price of an article decrease from rupees 24 to 20. We say that the price has decreased in the ratio 24 is to 20, that is 6 is to 5. So original price is to its decreased price, that is 6 is to 5. So always remember, when you have to find decrease in a ratio, the original ratio will be greater, final ratio will be smaller. So in general, if a quantity increases or decreases in the ratio A is to B, the new quantity is B by A times the original quantity. The new quantity is B by A times the original quantity. We'll see some questions based on this, and then we'll understand it properly, that how these questions are to be solved. When the fare of a certain journey by an airliner was increased in the ratio 5 is to 7, remember the increase ratio is 5 is to 7, the cost of the ticket of the journey became means the final value 1421. Find the increase in the fare. Okay, so let the original fare be rupees X. Therefore, increased fare is equal to rupees 1421. Increase in a ratio. Okay, what is the increase in a ratio? 5 is to 7. Okay, so what formula do we know? Formula is uh, original quantity is equal to B by A times the final quantity. B by A times the final quantity. Okay, so if you remember, I told you very clearly, the formula was mentioned. I'm sorry, I wrote the formula ulta. New quantity is B by A times the original quantity. New quantity is B by A times the original quantity. New quantity is B by A times original quantity. Okay. So what is the new quantity? New quantity is 1421. What is B by A? See, this is A, this is B. B by A is 7 by 5 multiplied by original fare, that is X. So 1421 multiplied by 5 upon 7 is equal to X. See, 7 twos are, but then there is, we cannot write directly 7 threes are 21, it's 203. So X is equal to, see, 205 za, 200, 205 za is, I don't think this answer is correct. Oh, no, no, no. They have to find increase in fare. So this answer is correct. Yeah, 200 5 is 1000, and 5 3 is 15. So rupees 1015. This is the original fare. Therefore, increase in fare is equal to rupees 1015 minus, sorry, actually increases final quantity minus original quantity. Final quantity or new quantity is 1421 minus 1015, which is rupees 406. This is the increase in fare. Okay, so this is how you have to do increase or decrease questions. Let's look at the next question. In a regiment, the ratio of number of officers to the number of soldiers was 3 is to 31 before a battle. And I don't know what is there in between. Let me check the question. In a regiment, the ratio of number of officers to the number of soldiers was 3 is to 31 before a battle. In a battle, 6 officers and 22 soldiers were killed. Okay. So I will write it as before a battle, number of officers is to number of soldiers is equal to 3 is to 31. In a battle, 6 officers and 22 soldiers were killed. The ratio between the number of officers and number of soldiers now is 1 is to 13. Find the number of officers and soldiers in the regiment before the battle. Okay, so let the number of officers be 3x and number of soldiers be 31x. Okay, so this is before the battle. Now, number of casualties. Casualties means how many people or officers and soldiers became martyr. Martyr, that's what you say, that you don't say died, you say martyr. Okay, the number of casualties is equal to soldiers 22 and officers 6. 22 soldiers and 6 officers became martyrs. Okay, so therefore ratio between number of officers and soldiers after a battle is equal to 1 is to 13. 1 is to 13. Oops. Okay, so we know that number of officers and number of soldiers were 3x and 31x respectively before the battle, and 6 officers and 22 soldiers were happened to be losing their life in the battle. So basically it becomes 3x minus 6 is to 31x minus 22 is equal to 1 is to 13. So 3x minus 6 upon 31x minus 22 is equal to 1 upon 30. Now I want you to pause the video right now and solve for x. Solve for x. Okay, when you solve for x, you will find x which you will substitute in 3x and 31x. When you substitute uh, the value of x, you will find the number of officers and soldiers before the battle in the regiment. Okay, so please pause the video and solve for x. You know how to solve, cross multiply and simplify. I'm not going to solve this for you, you have to do it. Okay, so I hope that you have solved it and the value of x comes out to be 7. If the value of x comes out to be 7, then the number of officers will be 21 and the number of soldiers will be 217 before the battle in the regiment. Okay, let's go to the next question. These are interesting questions. Let's do question number 8 first. See, we know that A by B plus C is equal to B by C plus A is equal to C by A plus B. And A plus B plus C is equal to 0. A plus B plus C is equal to 0. Show that each given ratio is equal to minus 1. It's easy. Just see this, how to do it. See, A plus B plus C 0 means, it means that A plus B is equal to minus C, or B plus C is equal to minus A, or A plus C is equal to minus B. Right? We got the value of A plus B, B plus C and A plus C. Now you must be wondering, why did we find these values? You will understand. See, the first ratio is A by B plus C. In the place of B plus C in the denominator, can I write minus A? So this becomes minus 1. Second ratio is B by C plus A. In the place of C plus A, can I write minus B? Yes, I can. So B by minus B is minus 1. And the third ratio is C by A plus B. C by A plus B. What is A plus B equals to? A plus B is minus C. So minus C by, or C by minus C, which is equal to minus 1. So each of the ratio here equals to minus 1. But the very next question, which seems very similar, yet it is different. It says that if A by B plus C is equal to B by C plus A is equal to C by A plus B, and A plus B plus C is not equal to 0, show that each given ratio is equal to 1 by 2. So we know that A by B plus C is equal to B by C plus A is equal to C by A plus B. Okay. Now there is one property of ratios, that if two or more given ratios are equal to each other, if two or more given ratios are equal to each other, the ratio of the sum of their antecedents and uh, sum of their consequents is also equal to the original ratio. So that means that A by B plus C is equal to B by C plus A is equal to C by A plus B equals A plus B plus C by A plus C plus A plus B plus C by, let me write over here, B plus C plus C plus A plus A plus B. What did I do? I equated each of the ratio with the sum of their antecedents, that is numerators, to the ratio of the sum of their consequents, that is their denominators. Okay, so here what we will get, A plus B plus C by 2A plus 2B plus 2C. If we take out 2 common, we'll get A plus B plus C by 2 bracket A plus B plus C bracket bracket cut, we get 1 is to 2. We get 1 is to 2. Alright, so this is how you prove that each ratio is equal to 1 by 2. Each ratio is equal to 1 by 2. 1 is to 2. Now there is one more new small topic in the topic of ratio which we have to do. So let me just show you over here. See, this is the previous question which we did. So this is the property. I recommend that you note down this property which I just told you orally. For any two or more equal ratios, each ratio is equal to the ratio between sum of their antecedents and the sum of their consequents. So if AB is equal to, if A by B is equal to C by D, then A by B is equal to C by D equals A plus C by B plus D, and so on. Okay, so that's how they have proved each ratio to be equal to 1 by 2. Okay, the next small topic which we have to study is commensurable and incommensurable quantities. Commensurable and incommensurable quantities. If the ratio between any two quantities of the same kind and having the same unit can be expressed exactly between the ratio between two integers, exactly by the ratio between two integers, the quantities are said to be commensurable, otherwise incommensurable. For example, the ratio between 2 1 by 3, that's one quantity, and 3 1 by 2. Let us bring them in standard form. So 2 1 by 3 is nothing but 7 by 3, 3 1 by 2 is nothing but 7 by 2. 7 by 3 ratio 7 by 2 is 7 by 3 multiplied by 2 by 7, which is 2 is to 3, which is the ratio between two integers 2 and 3. Therefore, 2 1 by 3 and 3 1 by 2 are commensurable quantities. Why are they commensurable? Because the ratio between any two quantities of the same kind and having same unit can be expressed as the ratio between two integers. The ratio between these two quantities was able to express as 2 is to 3, which is the ratio between two integers. That's why these two quantities are commensurable quantities. But what about the ratio between root 3 and 5, which is root 3 is to 5, which can never be expressed as the ratio between two integers. Therefore, root 3 and 5 are incommensurable quantities. Okay, note it down, please. Then the next topic, small topic, which we are going to learn in ratio is composition of ratios. Composition. In the first type or kind of composition of ratio, we are going to study compound ratio. For two or more ratios, the ratio between the product of their antecedents to the product of their consequents is called a compound ratio. Suppose we have two ratios, A is to B and C is to D. Then their compound ratio will be A multiplied by C ratio B multiplied by D. So we multiplied the antecedents or the numerators ratio multiplication of their consequents or denominator. The new ratio which you get is the compound ratio of the original two ratios. Even if there are three different ratios, you can find their compound ratio in the same manner. So that's the number one type of composition of ratio, compound ratio. Number two, duplicate ratio. What is duplicate ratio? Duplicate ratio of A is to B is the ratio of the square of its an antecedent and to the square of its consequent. So duplicate ratio of A is to B is A square is to B square. Similarly, duplicate ratio of 2 is to 3 is 2 square is to 3 square, which is 4 is to 9. Triplicate ratio. Triplicate ratio of A is to B is A cube is to B cube. Triplicate ratio of 2 is to 3 is 2 cube is to 3 cube, which is 8 is to 7. Then there is subduplicate ratio. For any ratio A is to B, its subduplicate is the ratio root A is to root B. So for the ratio 9 is to 16, its subduplicate ratio will be root 9 is to root 16, which is 3 is to 4. Subtriplicate ratio. For any ratio A is to B, its subtriplicate ratio is cube root of A is to cube root of B. That is subtriplicate ratio of 27 is to 64 is cube root of 27 is to cube root of 64. That is 3 is to 4. Then comes reciprocal ratio. For any ratio A is to B, the reciprocal ratio is 1 is to A is 1 upon a is to 1 is 1 upon b, that is b is to a. If you just reverse it, you get the reciprocal ratio. So reciprocal ratio of 3 is to 5 is 5 is to 3. So you studied 6 different types of compositions of ratio. These compositions will be useful ahead in the chapter. Also in this part, see, we have got two more questions and then we have got exercise 7a. So we'll end our video and then we'll in the next video we are going to start with proportion. Okay, so let's do these two questions based on composition of ratios. Mostly yes. Okay, so what do we have over here? Find the compound ratio of number 1, 3a is to 2b, comma, 2m is to n, comma, 4x is to 3y. So 3a by 2b multiplied by 2m by n multiplied by 4x by 3y. You remember this? Compound ratio, I told you, when you have to find compound ratio of two or more ratios, you multiply that their respective antecedents and to the ratio the product of their consequents. So 3a multiplied by, okay, can anything be cut over here? Yeah, 3 gets cut with 3, 2 gets cut with 2 over here. So 4 amx upon nby or bny. So 4 amx is to nby is the compound ratio of the first one. Second one, we have to find the compound ratio of a minus b is to, I will directly write it as upon a plus b multiplied by a plus b the whole square upon a square plus b square and multiplied by a raised to 4 minus b raised to 4 the whole upon a square minus b square the whole square. Cool. So this will become a minus b multiplied by a plus b into a plus b multiplied by a raised to 4 minus b raised to 4 will become a square minus b square multiplied by a square plus b square. So I am factorizing this orally. See, this will become a square minus b square into a square plus b square, and a square minus b square in turns becomes a plus b into a minus b into a square plus b square. The whole thing is now factorized into this. So this is what we have to write over here. Okay, so I'm just going to select it and bring it over here. Okay, so this is the factorization of a raised to 4 uh, a raised to 4 minus b raised to 4 the whole upon, we get a plus b over here, a square plus b square over here, and we get a square minus b square the whole square over here. So here we have a plus b, a minus b, which is the factorization of a square minus b square the whole square. Okay, so a plus b gets cut. A square plus b square gets cut from both the sides. We are left with, okay, for simplification we need a minus b, which is twice, so that becomes the whole square, and we have a plus b in the numerator, again whole square. Then we have a plus b the whole square and a minus b the whole square. They get cut mutually with each other and we get 1 is to 1. We get 1 is to 1. Okay, so find the compound ratio. We have found it. and both of the answers are correct. Now, did you understand how to find compound ratio? Pretty simple, right? Let's let's do the last question of this part. Find the ratio compounded of the duplicate ratio of 5 is to 6. Okay, first let's find the duplicate ratio of 5 is to 6. So duplicate ratio of 5 is to 6 is equal to 5 square is to 6 square, that is 25 is to 36. Okay, reciprocal ratio of 25 is to 42. Reciprocal ratio of 25 is to 42, which is 42 is to 25. And sub-triplicate ratio of 216 is to 343, which will be cube root of 216 is to cube root of 343, which is 6 is to 7. Okay, so we have found these three ratios. What we have to do with these three ratios? Find the ratio compounded. What do you mean by compounded? We have to multiply the uh, antecedents of all the ratios with, and we have to take a ratio to the product of the consequents. So product of antecedents of all the ratio is to product of consequents of all the ratio will give us the compounded ratio of all these ratios. Okay, so 25 by 36 multiplied by 42 by 25 multiplied by 6 by 7. So 25 gets cut, 6 are 36, 7s are 42, 7 gets cut, 1 is to 1 is the compounded ratio of the duplicate, the reciprocal, and the subtriplicate of the given ratios. 1 is to 1 is the correct answer. Okay, so we have completed first part of the chapter, ratio and proportion, that was based wholly on the topic ratio. Now our next part is based on the topic proportion. So I'm going to teach you what is proportion, what is continued proportion, and slowly we are going to begin with that topic. But before that, you just watch this video and complete the first exercise. Also, you need to do all the solved examples while watching the video. So my message is very straightforward, clear, and when you send me the homework, I want to see the solved examples as well. Okay, and please don't tell me this is an option. Please don't tell me that this is optional and this is not there in our syllabus. Okay, I want to see the whole homework. Whether or not it is in your syllabus, I don't care. You have to do it completely. Okay, so that's your homework. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye bye.